What is up? It's Chess Plays Gabe. You already know what it is. It is day 125 of our road to 2000. Guys, we are currently at 1692. We're going to not ramble at all. We're just going to jump right into it here against Boyzia 1710 from Russia. Let's see what my opponent plays here. If they play e4, of course, we're going to go for knight f6. Good old Alekhine's defense. Okay, so they go for the knight out, which means I'm just going to push my central pawn. If they push, I'm going to come back here and get into kind of a French defense structure. Otherwise, they can take. I will probably take with my knight. Not probably. That is exactly what I will do. And they don't have to take back here, but there is like an exchange variation kind of thing happening. They go for that instead, in which case I am just going to pin the knight immediately and then try to play for e5 here. So what I might do, I might have to actually just take the knight here. I might also, I could go here, but that seems very, very dangerous. After takes, I'm also threatening this check. I don't actually see this that often. Takes. I can't really push now because then just takes, and they win the pawn outright. I kind of want to go for this, but I feel like it's bad. So you know what? I'm just going to take. I'm just going to take and then develop my knight. Of course, if they take this way, I will just trade the queen. Yeah, they don't go for that. They could immediately attack this pawn. Definitely a move. Yeah, I don't know if I'm playing this correctly. Do I ever know if I'm playing it correctly, to be honest? To be fair, to be very fair, I could also take now. If takes, then I push, but I really want to push this pawn. F6 would be bad, right? Yeah, F6 to prepare E5 just doesn't make a lot of sense. I think now I can simply... I actually don't know. I already don't know what to play in the position. Maybe we just play calm E6 and try to get my bishop out. Seems reasonable, but I really want to play E5. I could also play for the fianchetto. Actually, I think in this position I am supposed to play for the fianchetto because then after this, yeah, it's fine. They can just push probably, but let's play for the fianchetto. If they decide to kick my bishop, I can come back this way because obviously this way would trap me, so I can't go this way. Then they would just trap my bishop. I could go all the way back here too, but that seems kind of just weird. This seems to be the best option. I could also take, but I don't really want to allow my opponents the flexibility with their bishop. So pushes the pawn. Probably the plan. That's an interesting plan. It's an interesting idea. But I feel like it actually weakens this pawn. So if I just fianchetto anyways, the whole reason is probably like, oh, well, now your bishop can't attack this. But I think it actually weakens that square. So I am going to fianchetto anyways. And then again, if they ever push this pawn, I can take. If they take, I'll take the rook. That's not the right arrow. I'll take the rook. They can take my pawn. I'll just go here. And then my bishop can escape. Now, I think I see what they're trying to do. This, but that's not a real fork. So I think I can play this. I could also just take again, but I don't really want to let the bishop get out like that. Let's go ahead and just go here. This is not a real fork unless my queen moves. And then I can just castle. Just calmly castle. Probably get my queen out to, I don't know. Actually, if they push, could be good to take with the queen takes. Still putting pressure on the knight and this pawn. Yeah, I don't know. I had kind of a slow morning this morning, so I'm just trying to wake up. Trying to lock TF in, if you know what I mean. Get back up to 1700, and if this game goes well, maybe we'll try to win 2 in a row. That barely ever happens on this channel. We lose 2 in a row much more often than we win 2 in a row. But it is what it is. They're probably going to try to support this push somehow, maybe with something like, well, they can't go here, but yeah, of course they want the fork, but I don't think I want to give it to them. I don't think I will give it to them, I should say. They could also just go here, threaten to take the bishop. That's very fair. If they do take the bishop, though, That's fine for me. Also, there's ideas after castling of like potentially sacking the rook or sacking the knight because this thing is coming in like here. I don't know, but yeah, it's a really weird position already. It's not that weird. I don't really know what to do here. I mean, the main plan I'm looking at is trying to target this pawn, these two pawns, because they're very... Right now, they're like... I mean, this pawn is strong, but it's defended by a very weak pawn. So maybe there's ideas of like queen d5 and then queen a5. I mean, of course, they can just defend. So that doesn't seem to work. There's definitely not a sack here. At least not right now. Okay, so they do come in with the knight. I kind of just want a castle, but again, I mean, what am I really risking by castling? They could take, I would take back with the king. And then since your bishop is here, you can't immediately attack me. Either way, you couldn't attack me because of this pawn. So I think I'm just going to castle. Just keep it simple. And if they take here, I'm okay with this doubled pawn because it opens up this file for the rook, staring directly at the square next to the king. The rook can also come up and go here eventually after this thing moves. And again, the idea is to attack or... Okay, yeah, so they do go for this. Let's go ahead and just take. Maybe that wasn't the best, but it also stops any ideas of future forks. And in fact, if they ever push this, I just fix my pawn structure. So... Not that they would push it, but if you push this, this becomes a free pawn and like very, very dangerous. Super dangerous, actually. Yeah, actually, if I were to go like knight b4 here, takes and takes, I'm threatening one check. I'm also threatening this rook, but I don't think it's worth like sacking a knight straight up. Okay, so they go for this. That's valid. That is valid. Oh, that's very valid, actually. I could just go up with my queen defending. Then maybe they push, takes. Or maybe they take with the queen. No. Because if I go here and they push, again, I have this idea to take. Hitting this, they could take here. I take their rook. They take here, I go here. And then I can just save my bishop. I could also come back with the bishop here to try to hit this again. I think queen d6 makes a lot of sense. Of course, then they can just go here. And then what am I doing? Maybe I have to double defend. I could actually go like knight d8, which is a little silly looking, but I think it works. So yeah, let's go queen d6. Also allows my knight to come back to d8. There's none of this business, which I probably should have looked at first. There is this. No, there's none of this business either. So the queen covers both of these squares. Bishop cannot attack. Again, if you try to attack this pawn, it's not going to be too good for you, I don't think. I also can just go out and attack the bishop, which I might do. Actually, if I bring my rook to the d file, I can consider sacking. I can consider sacking already, I feel like. Because after takes, you have to move your rook. And then, I mean, if this ever comes in, okay. So, okay, that comes in. However, what about just takes? If they take here, I have this check first. Opponent goes here. And then I take the queen. Yeah. Wait a minute. I think they just... Wait. If I take here, I think it's taken with the knight. Because if I take here, they can just take first. But if I take with the knight, it defends the square. And then if you take, I take back here. It hits the rook. The rook can come and take this. But then I have check and I win the queen. Yeah, I think my opponent messed up here. They were not looking at this. I mean, this is kind of two insane weaknesses in the position. I think I can just go ahead and detonate this right now. Because again, and if you don't take, then what? I mean, then I have discoveries on the queen. I can go check. You can take. You can just take that. Okay, so if they don't accept the sacrifice, let's say they just go here, I would take. So can't do that. If they don't accept and play something like, let's say this, defending, then what? Then what do I do? I mean, I just win a pawn, right? I can just come back here, but then there's this check. Here, here. I could even sack another pawn, takes. I don't have a check that like works. I could go here if they go here. So maybe here. No. I think taking works. I mean, obviously you can't really accept it. You don't have to accept it though. That's the problem. Like I'm trying to just think if, you know, what my opponent's options are if they do not decide to take this. If you take with, yeah, so you can't take this. Okay, so what happens if I play this? This seems like a strong response. But is there any question of like, okay, I can go here, queen takes, and then what? Am I just, they could even go for this check first. That's the problem. So maybe the sack doesn't work. I can't push. Maybe I just move my queen or my king out. But then there's just this, which I don't love. I don't love that for me. If I sack the bishop, they can just simply take, but then I take. But no, I really want to have this configuration. I really want to be able to attack the bishop. I mean the rook. What am I saying? I don't want to go here because that blocks my bishop. Decisions. Here. What is my next move? What is my next move? Because none of these checks work. They just take with the queen, unfortunately. Here. I can come back here. They can check me. Or they can go here, which is potentially even worse because then you're opening up discovery. Yeah, here. But then I can push, maybe? Takes. I think I would have to allow them to take. Maybe with something like, okay, maybe, wait a minute. Do I have a sack with the rook? No, there's no way, right? Not yet. Not yet. Takes. Okay. What if I were to just play rook takes f2? They would take with the king. I mean, you don't even have to take that. You're incentivized to, though. And then if I take here, takes. What am I even threatening? I could go takes check. They just go back. And then I could come here threatening like this. But again, okay. I mean, this, I just think it loses to this. Which sucks because I really want to play it. I really want to play this move. Like really bad. Do I have to just defend? I don't want to defend that way though either. It just seems so passive and bad. Here. I need to have some kind of solution. If I take, again, they can just take here, and it just seems really bad for me. But then, now I'm thinking too long about this. I think if I'm thinking this long about this, it's probably not a good option. I could also just move my king out of danger, I think, and then just like lose the pawn. But then where does my queen go? My queen can go just back. And then I'm still kind of threatening the same stuff. I mean, king h8 takes here. If I find out in the analysis that I was actually onto something with like rook takes or knight takes, I'm going to be mad. But I don't think either of them work. I'm just... I don't know, guys. I'm just unsure. I'm unsure of the attack here. Can't push this pawn. If I go here, they're just going to take. And then I can go here. And then probably take this on the next move. Takes. It still threatens the rook, and it still threatens this check. But then the check is much less potent. Like here. I wish there was a solution here. Takes, takes, and then takes. Wait a minute. Yeah, wait. Here? Right. Here, here, takes. So takes, here, takes. They can go here first. That's the problem. And then after takes, it's not a fork. And you're going to win my queen with check. So that's not ideal at all. Oof. Yeah, I'm spending way too much time on this move. I think I just have... Well, I can't go here because that would lose a queen. I think I have to just move my king. I'm just going to move my king. I spent way too long on that. 7 minutes on that move. Yeah, I mean, they're just going to take the pawn. But I think it's okay. I don't think it's that bad, but again, there are a lot of threats in the position, but I wasn't able to figure out the right ones. You could take this way too, but that would actually allow this move a lot more. I think taking here makes the most sense. I have to respond to that. And then my queen is a little bit stuck. You can go here. I go push. Takes, takes, or no, takes. I have to take back with the pawn, which is also kind of shitty. No. Okay, so they take with the bishop. I think now I can sack. Takes here. Still threatening this, still threatening this. Here, if you go here, then this, I believe, works a little bit better. But then you just take my queen. No, but then you're forked. So, yeah, okay. I think now this does work. What if I were to take this first? Takes, takes. No, that doesn't seem to do anything. I think sacking with the knight, because it also hits the bishop, so you have to decide. Yeah, all right, I'm going to play it. I'm going to not deliberate too much longer. My opponent really didn't spend a lot of time on that move, but they did just win a pawn. But now, again, if you take, I take back with the bishop. Again threatening this, again threatening this. If you save this, okay, they take. I mean, just takes, right? I guess you can go here, but then you just lose a rook for a bishop. Yeah, I guess this is fine. Oh no, but then I would take here. So after here takes, I can take this bishop. You have check though. And then I lose my queen. No, you don't have check. No, yes you do. Okay, so after, oh gosh, oh man. Why do I put myself in these positions? We have here takes, and I suppose I could also go, yeah, no, they don't even want to take back. They probably just want to take here. Wait, yeah, shoot, I don't think this works at all, actually. I mean, if my opponent plays the wrong move, they're cooked, but if they play this, I don't even think I can take this because after takes, yeah, so they do play this. After here, is it just takes, takes, and check, and I have to give up a rook? Because my king cannot move after that. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And if this takes, then I just lose a queen. So I think I have to calculate here takes. If I take, check wins a queen. I guess I can go here and then takes, takes, and I'm just down a queen, which would not be good. Suppose I can also just... can I take here? No, then they would just take. Or take, actually. Oh boy. Oh boy, did I mess this? I feel like I messed this up very bad. I thought I was onto something, but after takes, the thing is, takes, they do have to take back because it takes, if they go check, I just take the bishop. So after takes, what do I do? What actually do I do? There's none of this, because they just defend. Oh boy. I think I'm cooked here, actually. I think I may actually be cooked. I guess I could just defend this way. After takes. No, that does not work. That just does not, that cannot possibly work. All right, I'm going to take the rook. I might just be cooked, to be honest. The rook is cooked. Oh, and it's a check. Oh, okay. Actually, that might help me out, actually. That might help me out a little bit. Well, then there's this. And then I do just lose a rook. Fair. Because what is my other option? Like, there's this, losing a queen. Like, literally my only legal move is to block with the rook. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, dog. They're probably just winning after this. Yeah, I definitely messed that up. Definitely messed that up. But maybe this. They're just going to be up a bishop. Yeah. So, obviously can't take. I can't take. I could go here. I could also go here. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to be down in exchange after this. That's tough. Yeah, that's really tough, actually. Here just takes. So, I think I actually have to go here because that still defends this pawn. So here, check, takes. And then this pawn is pinned. This bishop's doing a terrific job. Could just come here though, or I could come here. Here, I guess. Yeah, I'm just giving up the rook here. That's as simple as it gets. I don't think there's any other way to like put extra pressure. I mean, you could start putting extra pressure, but then I would just defend. If you take this, fine, I guess. I don't know. Then I can trap the bishop actually. Maybe I should have looked at that a little bit more. Oh man, this is a weird game. I'm definitely going to be down in exchange. It's going to be the same amount of pieces though. And this is also like extremely loose. If this comes, yeah, if this ever moves off the file, I just take. I take with the queen, I mean. But yeah, just takes is probably the best move. And then you could even threaten some stuff with the rook, but I don't know. It's all kind of hanging in the balance right now. It's definitely hanging in the balance. I thought I had something. Maybe I did have this rook sack. I don't know. I could also go here, but then I don't think I want to trade queens. Oh, okay. So they move the rook, or they move the bishop out, threatening this check. That's smart. That is very smart. This guy's just dead. I have to recognize. Ooh, excuse me. I have to recognize that it is dead. I could go here, and after takes, there's no check, and I just don't think that's very good. Could also go here. Could also go here to kind of force the trade. Is there any kind of check? Takes. I don't think there's a check. So if I go here, check, takes, no check here. I definitely want to take with the pawn though, because I want to keep my queen on the board. And then for whatever reason, if they decide to go here, after I go here, I just trap the bishop. So can't do that. Yeah, I mean, there's literally no reason. I think I'm going to play rook d8. Yes, you can just take. And I will just take with the pawn. But my opponent might be facing some weird back rank issues here. I don't know. I'm not totally sure. Instructions unclear. Computer blew up. This again. There's none of this. Okay, they go there. Yes, but now I can just wait. No, my opponent messed that up. My opponent for sure messed that up, because now I can just take the bishop. Now I can just take the bishop. Right? What am I missing? There is a check. But There is a check, but I just go here, right? And then 2 pieces are hanging? Your queen is hanging and your rook is hanging? Yeah, I think I just take the bishop. As long as I stay off the light squares here. Yeah, I think I just take the bishop. Take the bishop. What are your options? You can go for this check. I go here. You can take back. I just take, and you lose a piece. You can take here, and then I would still take here. No, I would be here anyway. So yeah, okay. I'm just gonna take. I think they messed that up. I think my opponent messed that up. They definitely had a win there. They definitely had a win there. Yeah, you go for the check, but there's no mate. There's no mate here. It's just here, right? What am I missing? Am I missing anything? I just go here. Your rook's under attack. Here, your rook's under attack, and so is this, and so is this. Yeah, I mean, this has to be lost now, right? Check, I just take. My king is shockingly safe here. Shockingly safe. Takes, I just take. And now you don't even want to trade because you're down material. Now I somehow emerged out of this up a bishop. I should not, by no means should I have been in this position. But that's life at 1700 ELO, guys. That is life at 1700 ELO. Man, oh man, oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, I think my opponent really messed up here. I think they really messed up here. Queen's under attack, rook's under attack. You have 2 pieces hanging. You can defend one. You can defend both, actually, and you can defend this square by going here. That's probably your best. Okay, they decide to take the queen. And now I'm just up material. I'm not getting checkmated here. Okay, after I take, they might just take this pawn. Is that the idea? I mean, try to get some compensation. But I just have 2. I have 2 rooks. I have 2 rooks, dog. That's all there is to it. Wow. Not how I expected this game to go. I was completely cooked for sure. Definitely cooked here. And actually, after takes, I cannot go here, but I can go. Okay, so they do take. I just want to make sure I'm not like walking into any shenanigans. I can go for a check. They just go here, but then I would take this actually. So actually here I win a pawn. And then check, I can always escape. Check, I go here, I just stay on the dark squares. Yeah, I think giving the check is actually good here. Let's go ahead and do that. They go here, I take the pawn. I mean, that is their only move in the position. So let's take the pawn. And then I think I'm just going to come here and like win this pawn. Again, check doesn't do anything. And even if it, I mean, even if they were able to play it, I could just go here and be completely fine. I guess they can take this. Just eat all my pawns. But the idea is to go here and then just try to checkmate my opponent. They're probably going to win another pawn in this skirmish, but I'm definitely winning. I just got to make the right moves here. And then I can make it so that they can never push this pawn. Well, I mean, this bishop is pretty strong, but after this, I could even consider sacking, but I don't think sacking is very good. Okay, yeah, so they do take. I think the best move is just to go here. I mean, you can take another pawn, but then I take this with check. You go here. I can literally go like here and then threaten a checkmate. Wait, no, I could go back and I could go back here and threaten a checkmate. So I think this makes sense. Yes. If they go for a check, I just go up. Check, I go here, travel in the dark squares. I can even go here, but no, that's bad. So check here. Either way, you're losing material. You could go here to avoid a check. I guess that's a thing. But yeah, check, I go here. Really getting away with murder on this one, guys. I mean, this is ridiculous. By no means, in no world should I be winning this game. They can still eat my pawns. Maybe I should have been a little bit more aware of that, but I just don't see how this is winning for white here. If we flip the board. Yeah, I mean, this is just tough. 2 rooks on the second rank. Like Bobby Fischer said, the game's already over. That's how it works. Yeah, so they go there. I can just go up. Check again. I go up. Or here, but no, it has to be this, right? Yeah, let's go here. They can eat this pawn all they want. I'm going to take this pawn. Still up material. As long as I don't lose all my pawns, I should be good. Which I am about to lose all my pawns, so I got to be careful. Yeah, no check. No check. I mean, taking is probably the best move, but you're kind of dead lost here. I do believe. This is a very interesting game because, again, I was definitely losing, like all the way back here. Yeah, after I went for this sack, it was just not good. My opponent called my bluff and completely just neutralized the game. Although the fact that this is a check, I think actually helped me out a little bit. Yes, I just lose the exchange, but then my opponent decides to not take. Yeah, you just had to take the rook here. And this check does nothing, unfortunately. And then, yeah, now we're in this position, and I mean, yeah, this is the fact that we got to this position is kind of insane. My opponent can't even defend the pawn because I would just take with my king. If they go check, I just go here and then takes, and then they do have 2 passed pawns, but I think I can deal with that up a rook. I think I will be able to deal with that up a rook. So, yeah. Wow. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. And honestly, if I do win this game, okay, they go there. Just giving up the check, so let's play the check. I mean, I think, honestly, we should just probably threaten a checkmate, right? No, I can go here, and then I can take this pawn. No, I can't take this pawn. Here, 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 here. I don't even want them to get out of the corner. Is the idea this check? It's probably the idea. Check, takes, and then, I don't know, just go here? I don't know. Check here. Check. Maybe the best option actually is to get out of this check, or to not trade here. Check here, check here. Check. I just move here. Oh, I have no time. Honestly, okay, yeah, I do have to. Let's just go here. Let's just go here because this is checkmate. So if you want to allow that, go ahead. If you go check, I'll take, and then I think I'm completely fine. Ruin my opponent's pawn structure. Okay, so they are going to allow that move. It still doesn't win, of course, but I think just check. And then I can even go here and just like encourage them to take. I don't even know if I want to do that. Yeah, let's do that just cause why not? You're gonna take, I take. There's also no, there's no check, obviously. Yeah. Okay, so there's a check. And then I'm still going to stop my opponent from going forward here. Yeah, let's just go here. Just stop the mobility. My opponent comes here, I can take the pawn. If they go here, fine. Then I can just start pushing this pawn. I can also start pushing these pawns up the board. It's pretty over. I don't know if this sequence, that last sequence, was any good, but you know, whatever. I just wanted my opponent to take on. I wanted to make my opponent take on my terms as opposed to them making me take on their terms. If you know what I'm saying. Now, obviously, if I were to trade here, that would be a big blunder because 2 passed pawns. This one's probably going to fall as well. But I have 2 right here, and they're just going to roll. They're just going to roll down the board. No fear of flagging here. That's an interesting move. I think just push and then push. What's the idea behind this move? I can just win this pawn. Oh, just kidding. Oh my god, I almost actually just played that. That would be insane. All right, let's just push this pawn to plan on pushing here. Opponent can't really do anything with their bishop. And actually, if they were to go like something like this, I could even just play the check and then win this pawn. They win this pawn. I win this pawn. And then I just let these 2 pawns go. Okay, fair enough. They want to go for this. Let's go ahead and push. Actually, let's just come in with the king, maybe. Oh, I see. They kind of want to... Oh, I see. I think they want to try to trap my rook. But I can still take the... Oh, they just have this. No, but then I... Oh, shoot. I shouldn't have allowed that. Dang it. I should have just pushed the pawn. What am I doing? Oh, man. Okay, that's not good. I guess I can go here. They can go here. I go here. They go back. All right, let's just push this pawn. I'm a little bit low on time still, so I want to maintain that. I mean, ultimately, it's still dead lost. My opponent can't do too much here. Okay, they start pushing that pawn. I think we just come in with our king. Push. Here. Yeah, I think I just come in with the king. In fact, I can go this way. Here, 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 here. Yeah, okay, we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. I think I just want to perch my king right here. And actually, now I'm threatening this check. If you don't push. I mean, it's still a little scary. It's definitely not over. I'm not playing the right moves here. I can just feel it. I can feel myself flailing here, but after push, I just go here. And then that's that. I really just want to restrict my opponent's king from going anywhere. If they go here now, I can go here, push. Okay, so they do push. I can't go for this because it doesn't do anything. So now I go here. Now if they come here, maybe just this. Opponent goes here. You can't save everything. I just start pushing again. Yeah, so actually, you can go here, but now let's go over here. Try to win this pawn and then just support these pushes. Yeah, so you do that. And now I push and push, probably. If you ever come to defend this... Okay, so they're just walking over their king, but again, I can just push. And then I can just go here, and you're literally never moving this. Yeah, so let's go here. Let's go here. And then let's consider just push and push, or maybe even push and push. Takes. No, I can't push and push. They would take my rook. If I go here now, they're forced to go here. Okay, they're trying to come around, but that's not going to work. In fact, I can go here. No, I think I should push. Let's push. They push this now. I'm happy to take that. Endgames be like. I feel like I'm actually getting much better at endgames because of literally because of this time control. Like the other 10-minute games, the 10-minute flat games just don't even get to endgames, so it's like it's hard to even test my skills on endgames, but I feel like now I have a pretty good sense of what I want to do. They, yeah, if they go here or something, I just push. And then I'm actually going to be threatening checkmate. I mean, it's not total checkmate, but I can literally just walk my king up, put my rook here so that this never promotes. In fact, I should probably do that directly after I push this pawn. Okay, fair enough. Let's push this pawn. And then let's bring my rook over here. And then if I have to, I don't want to go up. But let's say they do this. And then I can probably come here. Okay, that's a move. Let's go ahead and actually here. Ooh, that's kind of scary. Here. And I win the pawn, right? Yeah, you can't defend that. All right, let's go here. I'm hitting the bishop. The whole reason is I'm hitting the bishop. I also want to come here so that if there's ever a push, I just take it. They might think, oh, wow, look at this. Okay, yeah, but there's that. And now I just come this way. I don't know how to win this, though. Maybe the idea is here and then here, just continually restricting my opponent's position if they don't come onto this file. And just like literally keeping my rook here because it cannot be attacked and then just walking my king up the board. I think that's the answer. I think that's literally the answer. Just walking my king up, getting it into a position where my opponent has to either kill the pawn or move their bishop into an unfavorable spot and then just go for checkmate. I think that's the idea. If my opponent doesn't immediately go here or here. If they go here, I just go check. If you can, no. If they go here, not sure. I think I still just walk my king up. You have no moves. You have no moves here. That's the goal. I want to restrict their moves as much as possible. I respect my opponent for playing on because there's definitely ways to blunder this, but I think I'm playing this well. At this point, I wasn't before. The idea also not allowing my king to come, or their king to come over this way is very important. These are on dark squares. This is going to be on a dark square if my opponent lets me. They also can't attack it very easily unless they come around this way, in which case, if they come around this way, I literally just take the pawn anyways. My opponent comes up, I go back. Well, I can go here and then come back. Maybe that's an idea. Yeah, opponent's really thinking here. I think this actually will, unfortunately, be the only game today, guys. I know, not an hour and a half long game like yesterday, or an hour and a half long video like yesterday. Oh, I just peeked at my channel dashboard. Whoops. Yeah, this is definitely Jover, but the question is, I mean, does my opponent push? I would just take, right? Everything's defended. Everything's still on dark squares. You can even come here and here. Whatever move my opponent makes, if they do not go to the second rank, I'm going to come to the second rank, and then I can just boop, 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 and it's going to be game over. Like, extremely soon. Yeah, I think it's just here after my rook comes here. Okay, so they do go up. That is probably the move. I'm just going to move my king. If your bishop ever moves, like... Yeah, so they go there. They're probably trying to go here. I think I can just continually move my king, though. Let's get opposition here. And then I can play this move. I'm actually going to be forcing this move. Then my opponent's pushed back. I can come here, and I think it's checkmate on the next move. Because wherever my opponent goes, if they go here, it's checkmate. If they stall, it's checkmate. If they go here, it's even more checkmate. I guess here does stop this move, but so I should keep that in mind. But then I can just take the pawn. And that's my opponent's only winning chance there. Okay, so they go there. We're going to go for the check. And now it's actually over because here, you cannot stop the checkmate. Yep, so I go here. This is mate. I don't think you can stop it. You can go here, and I would just take your bishop, and then it's still, well, yeah, then it's still unstoppable, actually. Because wherever you go, I'm just going to go up with my king. You can go here. I go here, and I just make a rook move. And it's just back rank checkmate. I mean, that's not what, I don't know if that's what this is called, but is my opponent just going to time out so that they don't get checkmated? Okay, so they push the pawn, yep, out of desperation. Actually, okay, that's not that bad of a move, but, because that stops the checkmate. I go here, yeah, I think I have to take en passant. That is a situation where en passant is truly forced. And actually, after this, here, well, maybe I go check first, then just take this. Okay, that... Okay, they're giving themselves an escape square. Kind of annoying. But I can just simply take this. Right? Can I take this? I think I can. Yeah, let's just take the pawn. They're probably just going to push this pawn. I go back. They go here. It's so close, and yet, if only it could go to this square. That would be pretty sick, but nope. My opponent's going to flag here. Well played. Good game to my opponent. Played it out to the end game. I respect it. We're back up to 1700 once again. Once again. You know what they say after this drawn-out end game? Win or lose, it's time to... Look at this graph! See what we got here, guys. After how many moves? It's like almost 50 moves. Yeah, okay. My opponent was completely winning. Actually, +5 here. Completely blundered it away. I played with an 80.6% accuracy. Played like a 1900. My opponent played like an 1800 with a 78.6. Oof. Yeah, this graph is not great. In fact, I almost blundered it back to a draw here. And then we have mate on the board. I missed it, and whatever. It is what it is. So let's run through it here. This is all book. And I was just supposed to take the knight here. Yeah, I think I knew that, but taking is still fine there. And then developing, they really want me to push e6, which I was thinking about, and I chose against, so fair enough. But if I am going to push g6, the best move is to fianchetto afterwards. They go here, I go back. Actually was just supposed to go here. I guess hitting this pawn, I don't know. But I go all the way back, which is also fine. They come in with the knight. Castling is a mistake here because of takes. I guess the idea is this idea where they're, you know, attacking this weak pawn. And I was supposed... didn't I say that at the beginning? Why didn't I play that move? Oh, because I wanted to play this. But clearly it was a bad plan. I should have just played this, which is what my first instinct told me. Defend the... It is cutting off the communication of the rooks, but it's defending this this pawn. Instead, I go here, and they were supposed to take with the, you know, yeah, with the rook, because, yeah, actually, taking with the rook is just insanely dangerous, because after this, don't they just win the queen anyways? Don't they just win the queen? Oh, it's not a check, right. I forgot. That's why I did that. Okay, and then they were supposed to come here. I'm supposed to go here. Ooh, it's disgusting. Okay, no, that's not even the best move. Yeah, I don't know. And then instead we get this sequence, and this is a brilliant move because it gives up the rook, and this is the best sequence, but they were... Okay, that was also the best move. But they were just supposed to take, and yeah, this is a huge blunder. Just completely swings the game the other way. And I was actually supposed to go out of the way. Yeah, we get this check, and we get this takes, and then this is all the best. Ooh, this is very nice. I'm playing very, very good moves here. My opponent just is not playing the right moves here, allowing my king way more activity. I threaten a checkmate, and we go for this anyways. I was just supposed to take, but... yeah, this is all the best. Very, very nice. This is not great. Yeah, because I blundered a pawn randomly. And I'm playing some inaccuracies, almost blundering it back to even. But, yeah, and this is a mistake. Okay, so they actually want me to push this pawn. My opponent goes here, and then I just go over here. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, then it's just over. Either way, I mean, it's fine. I'm still winning here, but it's actually not that simple. It's actually not that simple after the bishop goes there. Yeah, because, okay, the whole reason of pushing this when my rook is here is so that the bishop cannot come back to here, because then they kind of just have a fortress. And yes, I win this pawn, but do I mate? It's hard to say. So then I push again, and now we're just completely winning again. I come here, and this is all fine. We're just supposed to push the pawn with check, but yeah, now, yeah, they're playing all the games that or all the moves that they can. I had mate in 5 here. I'm wondering, okay, I was supposed to push, and after takes, I go check first, then here, then I push, and you literally can't stop it. You push here, I deliver mate. Well, it's not mate, but then I deliver mate. Yeah, wow. Okay, so I missed that, but I mean, it's still completely winning. My opponent times out, and that's the game. That is the game of chess. We're back up to 1700 once again. Really going to try to hold on to that next time. Good job to my opponent to get a brilliant move in this game. I guess it was, yeah, my idea of this sacrifice was just not good. I just really wanted it to work, and I kind of forced it. I kind of forced it back here. And it just was not the move. Just was not the move at all. Yeah. But, you know, my opponent also just refused to take the rook. I don't really know the purpose of this move. Like, yeah, you could just... the whole reason I pulled my rook to this file was to double attack the bishop, and there we go. And, you know, that's how it goes. But, yeah, that is going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's just one game, but it's still a pretty long video. If you like this kind of content, let me know. Let me know in the comments if you like this kind of content, and definitely come back tomorrow, because I will be right here. This has been Chess Plays Gabe, the channel where I get absolutely demolished, destroyed, obliterated in chess, or sometimes turn a completely losing position into a winning one by allowing my opponent the time and energy to blunder themselves. And we're back up to 1700, baby. Love to see it. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. See ya. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See ya. See ya. Bye-bye.